fights in recent history.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the second main event of the evening. They touch gloves and are underway. Really just feeling each other out early on. Skarbowsky there just looking on as Buakaw starts that, as you say, that bouncing traditional Thai boxing move. Just feeling each other, looking at each other, finding the weaknesses, finding the distance.
And you'll notice the rhythm that they've opened up with. You'll notice how the rhythm relates to the traditional Muay Thai music that's being played. Notice how calm they both are. They're not charging in. They're taking their time. There's evidently a lot of respect here.
Absolutely. Very, very different to the last fight where we saw the flashing opening. This gun seems to be two very traditional Thai boxers, keeping their guards very high, just leading with a lot of leg kicks. Skarbowsky there landed one. There's another one, a straight leg kick to the midriff.
And those little teeps that you're seeing are a staple of Muay Thai, used to open the opponent up.
Oh, now we've started. Skarbowsky, a couple of leg sweeps, attempted leg sweeps there, but Skarbowsky followed up then again by Buakaw. He's kept him at distance. Going for a high kick, high block there from Buakaw. Is blocking a big part of their technique here, or do they just absorb the punches and the kicks?
There is some blocking. There's a couple different things one can do. You can step out of range. You can counter. You can block. I don't know if I'd want to be on the blocking end, trying to block any of Buakaw's kicks. He's a pretty heavy kicker.
Really? Okay, Skarbowsky there's put in another kick, low kick in, and followed up with a small left-hand jab, keeping him at his distance. We're just feeding each other out here.
One thing you'll notice is their stances are much more square on than traditional Western boxing. They don't stand with one foot in the bucket like most Western boxers do. They tend to stand square on, square-shouldered. They don't make any effort to make themselves a narrow profile like boxers do. And it's a very different technique in that sense than boxing is.
Buakaw almost going for the leg catch there and grab. Oh, Skarbowsky's put in a kick, and there's a high kick flashed in from Buakaw there. Made a fantastic connection with the side of the head. Just touched gloves there again for some reason. But really started keeping the tempo high, showing what lightning fast foot speed, as you predicted, Luke, Buakaw's got here. See if he can bring some more of this to bear later on in this fight. This one looks as if it might go the distance. They're really, really feeling each other out here. See if there's going to be any explosions of power from either fighter. Skarbowsky there just keeping him at his distance, some short leg kick stuff. Same with Buakaw there as we come into the last 30 seconds of this first opening round in this super lightweight world championship title here in Hong Kong.
And as you'll notice, if this fight, if there isn't a knockout by the third round, I think we can expect this fight to go the full 5 rounds.
Skarbowsky there trying to make an impact towards the end of the first period here, the first round. Buakaw starting on another really slight punchy kick. They come in from both fighters. Buakaw responded with another one. There's another one, punch and a kick, and that's the end of the first round. It went really according to bat. They're both really just feeding each other out here at the early part of this first round of this tournament championship title. Skarbowsky waiting for his seconds to come into the ring. Buakaw getting some words of advice from his seconds in his corner. Let's have a quick look again at some of the action from the first round, some of the early exchanges. Luke, talk us through the Buakaw kick.
Okay, they have a bit of an exchange. Right there, what we see is Skarbowsky responds, and I think if we can go to a slow-mo replay, slower than what we just saw, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see they exchange. Skarbowsky drops his guard a bit. When that happens, Buakaw steps up, changes his stance, and fires the front leg, and that's what catches Skarbowsky in the head. It's classic textbook Muay Thai.
And he really deals with it quite well, because there's the power coming in, and you can see the head jerk back. It's a full-on contact.
Oh yeah,
Skarbowsky deals with it very well.
That is a nick snapper, and that is to Skarbowsky's credit that he remains standing on a kick like that. Buakaw has put dozens of fighters on the canvas with that exact same kick.
And was that some of the 90-fight experience that Skarbowsky's bringing to bear, showing there in the first round?
Yeah, and generally just the fact that I think Skarbowsky is a very, very tough nut. Together, and now it's going to be the better man that walks out of the ring with the trophy.
Let's see what happens here at the start of the second round. Referee just toweling down Skarbowsky there, towel still in the ring, and we're underway here. They're feeling each other out again. A small left from Skarbowsky there, small jabs keeping him his distance. Buakaw keeping his guard very high. Skarbowsky doesn't seem to have learnt from the first period. Oh, he's opened him up again with a right foot followed by a left foot to the head there from Buakaw. Very high guard there from the Thai fighter. Frenchman Skarbowsky keeping his guard low, but maybe hasn't learned from the first round.
And what you'll see with Buakaw is he often prances on his front foot, and that is done partially for defense, but it's also done so that he can throw a teep or that push kick in there at will, basically. And that's why both of them have that bouncing going on with the front foot. It's very typical for Muay Thai fighters to have that stance.
Switch kick again there, switch step again. Very quick feet from Buakaw, showing really why he's done so much damage in his Japanese fights. Really getting kicks up high very early and very quickly. Let's see if Skarbowsky keeps that right hand slightly higher, goes in with a left jab. Just really keeping him at his distance. Goes again for a kick, and a teep kick there again from Skarbowsky. Doesn't really shake Buakaw. Just pushing each other and keeping each other at a distance. Another left jab, keeping him there. I think Buakaw's looking at that right hand drop slightly too low and waiting to pounce with that very rapid left kick.
And one thing you'll notice with both the fighters is that they both remain calm. They both keep looking the other fighter square in the eye, and nobody gets something for nothing in Muay Thai. So if Skarbowsky throws something, Buakaw's going to respond. If Buakaw throws something, Skarbowski's going to respond right off. And that's what you're seeing here.
It's like Thai boxing chess going on as they just feel each other out and have alternate moves. Nothing's really happening here. Skarbowsky's just keeping him at his distance. Both bouncing on that front left leg. There comes another teep kick again from Buakaw. Skarbowsky responds with another one to the midriff, just keeping him at his distance. They exchange kicks again. Skarbowsky trying to raise the tempo, and the sweep leg goes down. He just drops to the canvas, puts his arms in the air, and touch gloves, and they're off again. The ref was going to stop that one, but it's all square as they keep going forward. Where are the points going so far in this one, as you've seen? Oh, there's the leg kick again from Buakaw. Comes in for a clinch there from Skarbowsky. A little bit of close knee work. The ref's had enough of that and splits them up. Very fast, quick legs again from the Thai national as he comes over the top of that dropped right hand from Skarbowsky. We've seen that a couple of times now in the opening rounds. See how Skarbowsky deals with it, keeping him at a distance.
You know, Sid, I think if you had to score this round at this point now, I think you'd probably see more of the points going to Buakaw just for the sheer execution of technique and the sheer power, and just simply that he's landing a lot of those big kicks.
Looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to the last 30 seconds of this second round. Buakaw seems very composed, very, very relaxed. Skarbowsky the same, but drops that right hand very, very low. But got it up there for the block. Let's see how he responds. Yep, going up with his right foot now. Buakaw trying to get in behind that Skarbowsky guard. It's not going straight through the guard. Skarbowsky keeping him at a distance. Buakaw pushed in a small teep kick and a knee to the head there. Oh, they've accelerated this one. Just a flying knee from Buakaw there, just narrowly avoided, well blocked.
And you'll notice towards the end of this round, you'll notice that. There we go, the end of the round. You'll notice towards the end of this round that Skarbowsky started keeping a little bit more distance because Buakaw was at one point almost landing those high roundhouses to the head at will. So he backed off a bit.
Let's have a quick look at some of that second round action, Luke. Talk us through this.
I think what we're going to see here is he sweeps him. He attempts to catch Skarbowski's leg. Skarbowsky throws, he catches it. And the first thing Buakaw does is he goes in and he tries to
switch the back leg there.
Yeah, he's kicking him right on the back of the knee joint. The leg will fold.
Sure. And that's a totally legal and legitimate move in Muay Thai.
Yes, exactly.
And let's have another look at that.
Here we've got it again. You're going to see Skarbowsky throws.
This is the high leg kick, I think, coming in from Buakaw there. And try to respond from Skarbowsky. And he moves into the clinch on that one. It's the second time that he's got it in over that low right hand from Skarbowsky. Do you think that's going to come back to haunt Skarbowsky later on in this fight?
I think it's definitely something that Buakaw has an eye for. He's one of those kids that he's stepped in the ring many, many times and he's just saw the slightest millimeter of difference in somebody's guard and exploited it. And I think it could be a problem for Skarbowsky with that.
Well, Skarbowsky, with 6 years on the younger Thai fighter at 24, really, he's had 90 fights. I mean, he's a very, very experienced campaigner in both Europe and in Thailand. He really should be able to open this guy up, shouldn't he?
Yeah, and that is to Buakaw's credit, to show, it just highlights his talent and his rock solidness as a fighter. And I think here's really where that's gonna be what decides the match, is who can find that opening and exploit it.
Okay, here we go with the start of round 3. A bit of light toweling by the ref, and the open exchanges again. Much more offensive from Skarbowsky here at the start of round 3. A left and a right combo there. Bit of a push round. Buakaw just keeps him round with a leg kick to the leg, and they've really opened this tempo up.
You're going to see Skarbowsky starting to throw more elbows in there. He's letting that elbow glide in after the hooks.
Fantastic work from Skarbowsky. Really opened it. I think he's seconds in his ring. Nantra Khan would have told him to really raise the tempo. They've started, as you said, the first 2 rounds were at standard Muay Thai pace. But Skarbowsky's really trying to have a bit of boxing into this, midriff punching and straight arms, trying to keep him at a distance.
One thing you're really going to see here, Sid, is you're going to notice that Buakaw, when he throws his roundhouse kicks, he's generated a huge amount of rotational power, and you can hear it when they land. They're impressive. When he really commits to that, that's it. There's no turning back. He's there to cause some damage. And sooner or later, those shots that Skarbowski's blocking are going to start to take a wear and tear toll on his arms. He's going to have a hard time keeping that guard up even as high as he's got it now.
Well, this is for the Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Oh, and he's grabbed his leg and he's punched him in the midriff there. The referee's jumped all over that one. He doesn't like to see that. Doesn't like to see that at all. Brings it back to the centre of the ring. Buakaw keeping his guard up again. Skarbowski really coming in for a clinch. Let's see how he works this one. Good upper body strength as they go, throwing some knees, exchanging knees there on the ropes.
Buakaw will right here. I think what you could do is just spin him and
he's
dump
throwing
him.
sprung onto the deck. Okay.
A lot of the Thais have an amazing talent for locking up in the clinch and just slightly turning, spinning, and dumping the opponent on the canvas. And when you're sweaty and you're full of energy like these guys are, I think you're going to see a bit more of that.
Buakaw seems to be really trying to respond to this fast tempo that Skarbowski started the opening part of this third round. They really have sort of picked up the pace a bit here, just exchanging teep kicks, keeping each other at a distance. Skarbowski's trying to come in with some punches and follow it up with the elbow. But his guard's slightly low on that right side. I still feel he's a bit exposed. Let's see what questions Skarbowski can pose here to Buakaw. He's really getting in closer now. He's really getting in closer now as they see each other getting really putting these teep kicks in, trying to keep them away. Skarbowski started, punch to the midriff. Oh, punch to the right head. Landed a fantastic right-hander there from Buakaw. Really shocked Skarbowski, but he's showing that he's got a lot of strength and a lot of exposure and a lot of experience for this 90 fights he's had. He really is taking these shots well. Buakaw is landing some absolutely fantastic shots. Another one, left jab to the arm. He's coming for the clinch. He's tried the flying knee. He's missed it. Skarbowski's in a little bit of trouble here on the ropes. Buakaw really putting some power in as we come into the last 30 seconds of the third round here. Buakaw's really putting him under pressure with some teep kicks now. You can see he's really coming forward. There's a flying right arm there from Skarbowski.
Oh, big reverse elbow there from Skarbowski.
And another one as he's trying to put it, didn't connect, I don't think. This tempo is very high in this third round here. They're really getting close in for some really tight work.
Yeah,
that's the end of the third round.
2 reverse elbows right there in a row, Sid. That's rough stuff to deal with, and that's testament to both of their skill. They're not easy to land, and they're certainly not easy to defend against.
Skarbowski looks a little bit jaded as he actually walked across to the wrong corner there in front of us in the ring. Took us through these replays here.
Yeah, he throws a big hook to the body there, left hook to the body, and then Skarbowski responds by trying a reverse spinning elbow, and again.
And Buakaw seems to put in the right kick there to the right tempo. I don't know if it landed. Let's have another look at that from the same angle. That was the kick that went in. I think it may have landed, then there was the elbow, yeah.
It was 2 reverse spin elbows right in a row there, and you're going to see he comes in, steps in, textbook, and just grazes.
Just missed. From where I'm sitting down here at ringside, Buakaw looks much fitter, much sharper, much leaner. He looks as if he's in a lot less trouble than Skarbowski looks. Do you concur with that?
Yeah, you know that's always a bit hard to tell. If you saw Skarbowski in street clothes, you probably wouldn't rate him, but it could be the last thing you ever did. There's no doubt about it. Buakaw himself is chiseled. He's a man made of teak. But, you know, he hasn't knocked out Skarbowski yet. So Skarbowski's still in the fight. He's still here, and let's see what happens.
Round 4.
And they're underway at the beginning of the fourth. Let's see if the tempo starts fire. An elbow over the top there from Skarbowski. Didn't land that one. Goes for an uppercut. Didn't connect that one either. There's another right arm. 2 for 3 right arms coming in. One of these landing. Punch to the midriff section. A kick to the midriff section. He's really asking some questions here now, Skarbowski.
Well, you notice the lightning speed kicks that Buakaw is throwing. You'll notice he's hiked his shorts way up, and that's a good indicator that he's going to try and take off Skarbowski's head.
Absolutely.
Or take his ribs clean out.
We saw him doing some stretching on the high kick region with the seconds in his corner, actually, in between these 2 rounds. Let's see if that pans out.
Okay, Sid, you know, one of the things that you'll want to take note of here is you're going to see that Skarbowski's going to resort back to hands. He's leading in with big punches, some overhand rights. He's trying to jab his way in. It's a little bit different than the approach that Buakaw is using, who's sticking to his roots, which would be definitely the kicking side of things.
Yeah, massive difference from the opening rounds where they were both all legs, keeping each other at distance. You're absolutely right. Skarbowski's gone very much to, it's good, the left elbow there, very much to punching and jabbing to keep him at a distance.
Yeah, he jumped right in there with that charging elbow, saw an opening and tried to exploit it. I'm not sure that Skarbowski's having much of that, but Buakaw's really pressing here.
Buakaw kick to the right there, and another kick to the left midriff, really keeping it at a distance. Just really blocks up when Skarbowski comes in for a punch. We'll try to finish there with a 1-2 combo. Buakaw coming over the top with the right leg.
You'll notice Buakaw doesn't leave it for long. He'll throw a kick and then he'll follow it up with a 2 or 3
Oh, there's
combo.
a big left
Big
kick there,
shot to
big
the
shot.
head.
Exactly as you predicted, that left leg with the shorts hiked up. Really all legs from Buakaw. Let's see if Skarbowski's chin is strong enough to take this into the middle of the 4th round. A lot of punches being thrown by Skarbowski, not really doing much damage though. That's what seems to be the point from where I am.
Yeah, you know, Buakaw will just constantly keep throwing that front leg with switch step, without a switch step, he keeps throwing it. And when he doesn't throw it as a roundhouse, he'll use it as a push kick to keep the distance or to put his opponent off their pace. So I think Skarbowski really wants to watch out for that front leg of Buakaw.
Well, Buakaw is obviously going to using the tactics where the knees, it looks as if it might be cut there, Skarbowski there, but it looks as if the jabs and some of the kicks coming into the midriff are going to drop that right arm down. Big kick there from Skarbowski, which will leave him open over the top, as we saw in the earlier rounds. Missed with an elbow there for Skarbowski, big kick to the midriff. Buakaw really starting to raise the tempo of this one. Let's see if they're going to raise it towards the end of this 4th round here in this championship super lightweight title here in Hong Kong. Skarbowski trying to push him away. Buakaw as we enter the last 30 seconds. Got in with an elbow there, Skarbowski, but didn't really connect that one. Big kicking again from Buakaw trying to keep him away. Skarbowski just looks a little bit flapping with these legs, not really making much impact.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he's put him on the ropes there.
Set him up perfectly there, put him on the ropes and then tried to take his chin off with that kick.
There with a flying knee. Bit of a spin move, and Skarbowski gets him off him very quickly. Ref comes in and splits them up, touching gloves. A lot of respect shown by these two fighters. That's the end of the 4th. First time we've seen Skarbowski show some upper body strength to throw the young Thai fighter, Buakaw. How's that going to affect Buakaw's confidence, you think, Luke, before we look at the replays?
Well, you know, Sid, I think for Thai fighters, going down to the canvas is not the big deal that it is in Western boxing. There's a huge stigma with going down in Western boxing.
I think we're going to the first replay here of the first leg kick from Buakaw. Talk us through this.
Okay, he sets him up, they're tied up top, and he just throws that big front leg kick after a small switch step, and he catches him with it.
And then this is the upper body throw, he just spins him onto the ropes. Doesn't seem to be much in that. Buakaw seems completely unflustered.
Yeah, the Thai fighters are pretty hard to fluster with something like that. Skarbowski was basically trying to save himself there because Buakaw was coming in with that big left knee. And he caught it at the last moment, but he managed to turn him off. It kind of threw Buakaw onto the ropes. I don't think of much consequence for Buakaw, really.
And a beautiful fight. Was it a beautiful throw from where you were sitting?
No, actually, there are awkward moments in beautiful fights, and that would be one of them in this beautiful fight. It's very much a caught-out moment. Neither fighter really sustained damage. I think maybe Skarbowski got the better of that simply because he avoided that massive knee that was coming in.
This will be the 5th and final round of the end.
Both fighters got a lot of respect for each other as they enter the 5th and final round. What has Skarbowski got to do to win this fight, Luke?
To win this, I think we'd have to be looking at a KO at this point. Buakaw's gone in. He's landed a lot of big kicks. He's showing more aggression. He's showing more power. So I think really Skarbowski's really got to come out with a KO to pull it out of the hat, which I don't think is going to happen. But let's see. Maybe he's got some tricks up his sleeves.
Buakaw starting off with some up close works, a lot of legs. There's the upper leg kick again. Skarbowski trying to keep him at distance with the punches, flailing the legs, not really catching. Skarbowski, a 90 fighter, going in for a clinch to see if he can do anything here, holding him against the ropes. And the ref comes in to break this one up.
And when you look at Buakaw throwing his shots, he's just a man of confidence. You can see he doesn't back off. He's looking Skarbowski square in the eye the whole way through. A little uppercut there from Skarbowski.
Oh, big right hand there.
Fantastic. And that's Buakaw doesn't often throw punches, but when he does, they're full of power, and he puts that whole torso and that whole hip rotation into him.
Skarbowski showing a lot of strength and a lot of confidence. He's taking a lot of shots to the jaw. Buakaw trying to get him in the clinch and get him thrown, but nothing happening. Skarbowski showing a lot of confidence and a lot of strength. But let's see if Buakaw can close this one out with the legs. I've seen I don't know where I would call this at the moment. It's a bit even for me. Where would you call this one?
I'd say this is Buakaw. If you look at Skarbowski, he's dropping his hands there. He's starting to look like he's gassing a bit. He is tired. Yeah. He hasn't got the resilience and he hasn't got the gusto that we're seeing Buakaw approach this with. Buakaw from the first round to this round is still throwing those kicks with the same exact speed that he was when he started out. I don't really know that we're seeing Skarbowsky charge in or throw anything with the same speed that he was when he started out.
You look at Skarbowski's footwork now, it's very heavy-footed and a bit leaden, whereas Buakaw still seems quite sprightly. He's up close, there's no elbows, there's no clinches, there's no knees going in there. There's a knee there from Buakaw. Let's see if Skarbowsky can actually raise this one. They're keeping each other at a distance. A lot of respect, as I said earlier on. There's a high kick coming in from Skarbowsky. Didn't really seem to worry Buakaw that much. The switch, there's a big right-hander. Big right-hander, and he's given him, it's like gum shield has come out, I think.
Caught him clean with the 1-2 right there. Skarbowsky's keen to get back into it.
Fantastic work from the young 24-year-old Thai international. And there it is, that switch step is very, very quick feet. Really, seeing the technique that's really damaged. Great movement again from Skarbowsky.
This is the second one. You're exactly right there, Sid. Skarbowsky skipped 2 of those in a row, missing him by inches.
It really could have caused him some problems. Buakaw looking to close this one out in regulation in the top of the 5th. Skarbowsky back on his toes. Really, the crowd really starting to raise both fighters. They know what's at stake here. This World Championship title at stake. Both fighters going in for a really tight clinch. Buakaw and Skarbowsky trying to put a lot of knee work in as we enter the last 30 seconds, just above us in the ring. Is the ref going to stop it? No, they're working. No, he's coming to split them apart here. Who's your money on now, Luke? Who's going to take this title home?
My money at this point would have to be on Buakaw. He's ahead on points. He's still showing more power, still showing more aggression.
Let's see Skarbowsky. Skarbowsky's down. He caught his leg and pushed him over. Skarbowsky pounces, jumps up to his feet, trying to dedicate that it wasn't a technical knockdown. He was actually just fell. Skarbowsky must have a little bit of work to do in the last 10 seconds of this. It may have slipped away from him. Let's see if there's any punches thrown, and that's it. Buakaw raises his hands up. Skarbowsky doesn't raise his hands up, but that probably tells its own story. He looks a very tired and dejected man as he comes over to Nantrakan in the corner. He's number 2. And Buakaw starts to thank the crowd in every 4 corner of this ring, really walking around like a man. Let's talk us through this action replays of that final period. Double punch there to the chin.
Yeah, he set him up with the classic 1-2. I don't know if he actually caught him with that jab, that lead jab, but he did catch him big with that right. He caught him big enough.
Let's look at it again in slow-mo. There's the first, there's the second. I mean, that's going to score very highly as the gum shield comes out of there.
Yeah,
he did fantastic work from the
exactly, Sid. He caught him clean with the jab, but the big right cross had a little bit more power in it, and that's what took his gum shield out.
And that's just seeing again there Skarbowsky's fall, but you can see his hands have dropped to a very low level there. They're really down at waist height. And let's see if we can look at another replay again, but the hands were down very, very low, and I can't believe that a fighter of his class with 90 fights under his belt really was going to trouble him with that sort of technique on the defense.
No, I think you're right about that. I think you can see Skarbowsky is looking a bit tired here compared to Buakaw. Buakaw looks like he did when he stepped in the ring.
Absolutely.
A little bit sweatier, but he's looking relaxed, confident. I think he had it in the bag.
Okay, let's see if the 3 judges agreed with you, Luke. I think they probably did. Skarbowsky does look sort of a very beaten and dejected man there. There were a lot of kicks and a lot of punches that landed. Let's see if Phil Play is just collating the results.
Ladies and gentlemen,
over to Phil in the ring.
One scored at red corner 47, blue corner 48.
47, red corner, blue corner 48.
Judge 2 scored at red corner 46, blue corner 49.
Red 46, blue 49.
Judge 3 scored at red corner 47, blue corner 50.
Red corner 47, blue corner 50.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, King Kong Buakaw!
So there it is, King Kong Buakaw takes it just as you predicted, Luke, with a straight points victory to become the super lightweight world champion.